Is America the greatest country on earth? This is an idea that is often propagated by right wing conservatives who, in all honesty, are misinformed and have no idea what they are talking about. The unfortunate reality is conservatives consistently overlook everything plaguing America and always scream about being the greatest country on earth, when in reality it is the most pathetic country which fails to offer even a decent living for its citizens. In comparison to other countries, among developed nations, America is the only one without universal health care. Blacks and Asians are discriminated against and treated like crap, and the country has extreme income inequality, where greedy, immoral parasites like Jeff Bezos makes in 1 minute more money than the average family makes in an entire year. It lacks free education, which is offered in many European countries, and the police is way overfunded. It is more of a terrorist organization which kills over 1,000 people a year. Every other country combined wouldn't even come close to this number. The second would be Canada, which gets maybe a few dozen every year. And these American police officers are treated as the first option for mental illnesses instead of calling a psychologist, because people can't even afford health care. In fact, the average millennial can't even afford an emergency ambulance ride to even get to the hospital, let alone the actual medical bills. America also spends 600 to 800 billion dollars a year on their military, which oppresses and kills innocent civilians from countries like Vietnam and Cuba. So who's the terrorist now? And guess who's next? Probably China, because they're the growing economy right now and they might become the next superpower. They're staging this with their racist agenda towards the COVID-19 virus. And that money wasted on their evil military could easily be used to solve more important issues like their homelessness crisis, which apparently could be solved with a one-time fund of $20 billion. Compare that to the 600 billion to 800 billion spent on the military every single year. Pathetic, honestly. But America needs to continue funding its military so it can continue to destroy any socialist countries that may become the next superpower. They've always been doing this and always will. It's the only way to sell the capitalist narrative. Minimum wage in America has barely risen since 1960, when the price of everything else has skyrocketed, and this has resulted in tremendous student debt and other problems facing millennials which previous generations did not face. And these problems will only worsen over time thanks to its evil capitalistic system, which monopolizes every single thing, like the medical industry, at the expense of its citizens' welfare. The only way to believe America supports freedom is if you consistently ignore all these issues and sweep them under the rug, which is exactly what conservative politicians do, and why I never knew much about these issues until I actually started following more informed and honest people who don't defend a wicked capitalist system. So, to answer the question, is America the greatest country on earth? No, not even close. In fact, considering all the evidence, I think it's fair to say that America is objectively the worst of all developed countries. This is Misinformation Slayer. Hiram Xavier Ramwell.